So here at Practical Piano, I'm going to give you advice about how to present yourself for the upcoming Christmas recitals. It is recital season because it's almost Christmas. So here's some advice about how to comport yourself. Now take this advice unless your teacher has given you different advice or you're going to a very relaxed, laid-back jam session instead of a formal recital. Now this can be for video recitals or for proper, like in-person recitals. You want to do the same thing. So before you even go to the recital, dress yourself well. You respect yourself and you respect the audience when you dress for the occasion. If it's a more relaxed, casual recital, maybe don't dress. But even so, you're going to feel better as you play if you're better dressed. Because when we dress well, it gives us confidence and it helps us hold ourselves better and in general feel better about ourselves. It also shows respect for the occasion. It shows respect for your craft. Piano is not an insignificant skill. The fact that you can play piano and you're about to play it for other people to listen to is amazing. And we should give that the respect that it deserves. You give yourself that respect and you give your audience that respect when you dress for the occasion. So if you're a girl, wear something that you feel pretty and cute in, or pretty or cute, but you don't want to be uncomfortable. So don't have it tight and watch when you sit in it. Is it still comfortable when you sit? Because when you perform, you're going to be sitting. And while you're listening to people, you're going to be sitting. So make sure it's comfortable to sit in. It's comfortable to move around in. You don't want it scratchy and pulling at you in different areas because you don't want to have to stop and itch while you're playing your music. So generally, if you've got a synthetic fabric, that's going to be more itchy than a natural fabric. So try and wear some cotton or cotton wool mix or cotton rayon mix, or if you have silk, cashmere, cool. Just make sure it's very comfortable. And accessorize, but try and keep things off your hands when you're going to a recital because on your hands will be distracting. So men, remove your watches if you're wearing them. And ladies, remove your watches if you're wearing them. Now, for boys and men, when you're dressing up, again, we're respecting the occasion. So dress appropriately, as if you're going to a function, that you respect yourself for all this work you've put in, and you respect the audience who's showing up to view this function. Dress like you're going to a Dr. Peterson concert, because this is an occasion you've put a lot of work in. It's worthy of respect. So, unless someone is announcing you ahead of time, announce yourself. Hi, my name is Tia. I will be playing Marshmallow World. Now ladies, you're gonna curtsy, and I will show you how to do that. Now we curtsy because we have more weight on our upper body and it's uncomfortable for us to lean down and expose and to have our hips swing back so far. So as ladies, instead of bowing and toppling yourself over, losing your balance, it's actually not very comfortable for women to bow. Curtsies are much more comfortable and they're still widely accepted. So here, there are a few ways to curtsy. This is how I would recommend. So I place one foot in front and one foot in back at a slight angle, and I'll bring my arms out and bend my knees and come back down. You want to bend your knees like you're sitting and come back up. I think I said back down last time, so you come back up. There's a few different ways to curtsy though. You might do the other foot, and you might do straight. If you're wearing a dress, you could actually like pull out the edges. It's cute. So that is how you're going to take a curtsy. Now, if you're a gentleman, a young gentleman, find a video by a man to teach you how to bow. There's a few ways to bow though. You can do it directly from your hips, or yeah, there's a few ways to bow. But find a video by a gentleman because it's going to give you better posture and it'll feel better for you than watching a video by me. trying to teach a man how to bow. You're not going to be comfortable with that. And I'm not going to be comfortable either. Because, as I said, women, we don't like to do the bow. It's not very comfortable for us compared to the curtsy. And when we have the option, why not take it? Now, after you bow, whether you've done that on the stage and now you're going to go and just sit at the piano, or whether you've done it before you get to the stage. Actually, you know what? Here's a tip. Bow when you're on the stage. The audience will view you better, will be able to see you better. And by bowing on the stage, okay, when you do this and you introduce yourself, smile and make eye contact in general with the crowd. Pick like a couple of people to look in their eyes as you smile. And when you connect with your audience, they will pay better attention when you're playing. This is also going to be your first step to building your confidence in performance. Because if you can't even look people in the eye, you're sending danger signals to your body, which is like, oh my goodness, we're in front of everyone and we can't even look at them. This is terrifying. We're definitely in danger. And then you're just going to, your anxiety level is just going to rise and rise and rise. But if you smile, take a breath, relax your body, introduce yourself, make eye contact with somebody, and then you do your bow or your curtsy, you're sending better confidence signals to your brain. It's like, okay, we have a formula we're following here. We're starting to relax. We can connect with people. Your brain likes connecting with people, even though it feels super anxious because you're not used to performing in front of a lot of people. So do that. Make eye contact, smile, because that is a good signal for your brain that things are going okay. So now, you've introduced yourself, you've bowed, now you're going to take your seat. Make sure your bench is not uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortably high, lower it. Take the time to do that, and you're going to feel rushed. You're going to feel like you don't have enough time to adjust your bench. And take the time to do it anyways out of respect for yourself. You'll notice that everyone at the recital is not adjusting their bench. They're not following this advice because they feel that awkwardness of, oh no, I'm taking up so much time trying to adjust my bench. Okay, but if it's uncomfortable, it's going to be uncomfortable to play. If it's uncomfortably low, adjust it higher. And if you're little, go ask for help. Like, try adjusting your bench and then look at your teacher or look at someone that you know is in charge, and they'll be like, okay, I'll come. Because if you look at them and you're like, they'll know you need help, and then they'll come help you. In most cases, they'll come help you. Now, if nobody's coming to help you and you're having a really hard time, then don't worry about it. Forget the bench, it's okay. Now we're gonna perform. See, recitals can be kind of awkward. There's so much stuff going on. And people are not used to being in social situations anymore because our society is very cubicalized. We live separately and apart, and we're not together very much. And there's been recent events in our very recent modern history that has made socializing very difficult. So everything that you do in public is going to be awkward. This performance is going to be awkward on top of the normal tension of displaying your work in front of other people. That's already hard. So we add social awkwardness on top of it. The level just goes up and up and up. So you're not weird if you're feeling sweaty and your stomach is in a little ball. It's not weird, it's normal. Ride it out. And if you can allow yourself to relax and breathe while you're going through this process, it's going to be much, much better. Now, you've found your seats. Take your time to find your place on the piano, no matter how long that takes. So if you brought your music, lay it up. Again, keep your body calm while you're doing this stuff. Slow yourself down, because you're going to feel like it's just passing in a whirlwind. It's not actually taking as long as it feels like it's taking, and it's not going as fast as you think it might be going. Just slow yourself down, chill out, set your music up so that it's in a good position so it's not going to fall everywhere. I have a tip with hacks about how to display your music in another video, and I'll link it in the cards and in the description. So go check that out if you're worried about your sheet music falling down. So now you're going to play. You've found your position, you found your starting notes. Give yourself a few breaths. Take a deep breath. Hold it. At least one of those. You want to do like 3. If you can convince yourself to sit in that awkwardness for long enough to take a few breaths, do it. The audience will wait. This is your time on the stage. They will wait. And if someone is rushing you, that is very unprofessional, and we don't do that at recitals. So you take your time and do it anyways. Take as much time as you need. Then you're going to play. Now what's going to happen when you're playing is at some point you're going to make a mistake. Because we all make mistakes. We're humans. That's what we do. You've never seen a person live a perfect day where something didn't go wrong, or they didn't trip, or they didn't bump their knee against something. We all make mistakes. It's perfectly human. So you're going to make a mistake when you're playing. And of course, we're aiming for 100%. But be prepared, you're going to make a mistake. And when you make the mistake, keep going. Or if you need to, go back to where you need to go. And if it's a total disaster, you can start over one time. Now, if it's a total disaster, you've started over one time, and it's still a total disaster, you want to skip to another section of the song close to the end and just finish it out. Or you want to slow right down to a crawl. It is better for everybody listening if you play very, very slowly and very, very accurately, rather than trying to like really quickly stumble through the mistakes and get to something you know. Because you're going to be panicked. Your panic brain is going to be like, run, 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 run. And it's going to make you want to play really, really fast. So you're going to have to control that and slow yourself down, breathe, play slowly, and continue. Most of the time, it's not going to be a disaster. Sometimes it will be. And so be prepared for any of these things to happen. Now, you could play and everything's perfect, but it goes by so fast, you're like halfway through the song now, and you're like, I don't even know where I am, but I'm just going to keep going. And you just keep going and you finish, and hopefully you end on a good note and it's good. Now, when you're done playing, let your hands off the piano. They'll know that they can clap then. If you're taking a pause in the middle of a song, like there's a big pause in the middle of the song, do not remove your hands from the piano, because people will think that it's time to clap. Keep your hands on the piano and look like you're about to play. And then continue your song. So anyways, we're done the song. Take a breath, gather your music, take your time. This is your time on the stage. You have all the time in the world. And then you're going to back up. You're going to go, thank you for listening. You're going to look out at everybody, smile, relax, breathe. Thank you for listening. Merry Christmas. And then you take your curtsy or your bow, whichever is appropriate for your gender. And then you walk as calmly as you can off the stage. And that is how you perform at a recital. While you're listening to other people at the recital, please be quiet, or as quiet as you can. If you have a really bad cough or a sneeze and you have to excuse yourself for the bathroom, you do that. But as much as you can, be quiet. Keep your eyes focused on the performance, because that is respectful, and that's what we want to be to our fellow pianists. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you feel very prepared for your upcoming recital. If you like the video, like it. If you know anyone who is also attending a recital and needs some help, share this with them. If you want more content, subscribe. And if you have any feedback or you want to tell me how your recital went, leave it in the comments. Merry Christmas!